If the last digit of a number is 0 or the last digit is divisible by 2, then that number is also divisible by 2. Only last digit, other part of the number is not important. But why? Is that part already divisible? Yes, but how? Let's see. 2 can divide 10 completely. I mean we get quotient without point. So each and every multiple of 10 is also divisible by 2. And every multiple of 10 has at least one zero in its unit place. That's why the number which has at least one zero in its unit place can be divided by 2. Now why each and every multiple of 10 is divisible by 2? Let's take a multiple of 10. Now 60 can be written like this. And we can divide each 10 by 2. And as 60 is sum of these 10s, so 60 also can be divided by 2. And why every multiple of 10 has one zero in its unit place? To find out multiple, we multiply by any whole number, right? Now by whatever number we multiply this 0, it is certain that 0 will come. Similarly, if we multiply 100 by any whole number, then 20 will come. Similarly for 1000, 30 will come, and so on. Okay, alright, but what about when there is no 0 in its unit place? See, we can break this number into these two parts. Now if we divide 12,528 by 2, we get 6,264. And if we divide these two parts by 2 and then add those two quotients, we get the same answer. So there is no difference between dividing a number and dividing two or more parts of that number, then adding. Now when we look at the only unit digit, then unknowingly we are making two parts. What? We are making parts and we don't know. Now this must be divisible by 2 as it has 0 in its unit place. That means it is a multiple of 10. And why it has 0? Because we separate this 8 and 1 0 have come in place of 8. That means the moment we look only unit digit, that time we break the number into two parts. And it is certain that one part must be divisible by 2. Now all we have to check is whether 8 is divisible by 2 or not. And we know we can divide it. That means here two parts are being divided by 2. So the complete number also be divided by 2. If it were 7, then we can't. Now we can see whether we can divide by 2 or not. Everything in this process depends on unit digit. That's why we say if the digit of unit place can be divided by 2, then the number also can be divided by 2. Now in case of 4, 100 is divisible by 4. So each and every multiple of 100 must be divisible by 4. And there must be at least two zeros at the end of each multiple of 100. That's why it is said that if there are at least two zeros at the end, then it is divisible by 4. And we can break this number like this. And 12,500 has two zeros. And that means it is a multiple of 100. So it must be divisible by 4. All we have to check is whether 28 is divisible by 4 or not. Here also we can see whether the number can be divided by 4 or not completely depends on last two digits. And that's why we say if the last digit can be divided by 4, then the number can also be divided by 4. Now 1000 is divisible by 8. There will be 3 zeros at the end of each multiple of 1000. And now guess, what will be the rule of 8? Yes, if there are 3 zeros at the end, then it is divisible by 8. Now look at the pattern. For 2, last one digit is important. For 4, last two digits. For 8, last 3 digits. Now guess, what will be for 16? It must be last 4 digits. And for 32? I guess you understand the pattern. If you have any doubt, please leave comment. I hope you like this video. Thank you.